This is a piece I call, "This is not the United States of White Christian America." No matter how many narrow-minded and narrow-scoped people want it to be, this is not the United States of White Christian America. We are not the United anything because we are divided by those who think it is. We are America. We are the nation of possibilities. We're the nation with the lady who stands in the harbor, and we are a beacon of hope that shines brightly to light the way for those who wish to escape oppression, tyranny, and even death. We offer the promise of a better future for those who are willing to risk everything and dedicate their lives for a better tomorrow for themselves and their children. We are a melting pot. We always have been, and we always will be. It's a part of the allure that is America, and it draws others here. I love my nation, but I am more than a bit concerned about our citizens, primarily those who believe in their hearts and minds that this is somehow white Christian America. As a soldier, I fought to support and defend the Constitution against all enemies, foreign and domestic. I take that oath seriously, and I'm about to call others out. The civilians are bad, but those who served are worse when they put on displays of blatant disregard for the Constitution. If you are someone who says you support and defend the Constitution, and in your mind you say, but only for those who are like me, meaning Christian and white, then you're the ones I'm addressing. You don't have to come right out and say it. It's painfully obvious. You constantly post positions where the police are always right and those killed by the police are always criminals, and you go out of your way to justify police actions. I don't care if you're taking a position based on the fact that you may have once been or are a cop. Sorry to tell you, sometimes police shootings aren't justified. Also, constantly posting positions of hatred and intolerance based on religious beliefs, ethnicity, or sexual orientation is not the least bit cool. It says nothing about those who are the target of your venom, yet it speaks volumes about you. If you're guilty of this, I need you to do me a favor. Stop it. Stop making false claims about supporting the Constitution because you don't support it and all you're giving is lip service. In fact, I would go as far as claiming many are guilty of domestic terrorism. This is not white Christian America. One of the beautiful facts about our Constitution and Bill of Rights is the freedom of religion, and that means all religions. You know, that crazy little thing called the First Amendment? This is not a purely Christian nation founded by Christian forefathers. The constant bashing of and animosity towards others who are not like you is actually a form of domestic terrorism. Whether you act upon your feelings or not, you are still contributing. You are presenting an environment that is not conducive to harmony, and it creates a hostile environment for many. There are plenty of mentally unstable people who are being spurred on by their own hatred and are powder kegs just waiting to go off. Fueling their fires doesn't serve a useful purpose. Eventually, folks will snap while they're looking for their 15 minutes of fame, and that concerns me deeply. I honestly believe that many folks are acting out based on fear. Their fear leads to anger and hatred, and their hatred leads to suffering. Fear creates the desire to destroy and squelches the desire to develop a better understanding of others who do not fit into your mindset. I see it constantly, and it's gotten old. Here's the truth about racists. They don't believe that they are racist because they post things and their friends agree. They believe that if they don't say certain words, then it's okay, and they're not racist. It doesn't work like that. Your actions and words define you, and if your presentation is racist, then you're a racist, whether you like it or not. Though it's not spoken, the fear, anger, and hatred that is held by many is illogical. Somewhere in the recesses of their minds, they are petrified of becoming the minority. For them, there is that deep fear that the tables may turn and retribution will be exacted, where they become the slaves. Have no fear. The brown-skinned folks have better things to do with their lives than tend to backwards-minded, hateful people. If you find yourself in shackles, it is not their fault. You are a slave in your own mind, bound by the self-placed restraints of fear and hatred, where you are your own jailer and the one who refuses to use the key of love to free yourself or advance your mind. I I acknowledge the fact that there are people who will never embrace or give credit to those who are other than white, regardless of what position they hold or their accomplishments. The good news is, I believe that the times are changing, and Darwin's correct. Species come and go, and you either adapt or go extinct. And I really hope that rings true for some members of our species.